Hello, hello. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey Shelley, how is it going? I cannot get comfortable today. All good here. How are you today? I'm great. I'm trying to get comfortable here. I'm going to go, after this is over with, I'm going to go and have a test done to see whether, a good test to see whether I've got, make sure I don't have COVID before I go to do my echo and stress test. I don't want to do a stress test if I come in contact with that nasty stuff, right? So I just want to do a little preventative thing and see if I have anything before I take that test, because I've been having chest pains and I don't know why. Hey Linda, oh my word, girlfriend, that squash is out of this world. It is so good. Almost ate the whole thing. And the one that I cooked, I baked it, and I said, oh, I have to leave some for David. So I'd been eating on it for 2 days, and so for breakfast, I meant to give it to him the night before, but I forgot. So I made breakfast and gave it to him for breakfast. So he liked it. He liked it a whole bunch. I can't wait to plant some of them seeds. I loved it. Now I wish I had more of them so I could maybe can them or something. Hey, Miss Patty, how are you today? How did you bake it? I just cut it in half, took out the seeds, and put it upside down and baked it. Oh, spam risk. Gotta love them people. It was so, so good. I can't see out of my glasses very well today for some reason. I think I got honey on them yesterday, and it still got like a waxy thing. I'm going to have to scrub them. Did y'all see my honey? I got some honey yesterday. Yum, yum. I love French toast. Good morning, AZ Highland Homestead. How are you today? Thanks for coming in, Nick. That title is hilarious. Let me tell you, that's what he says to me all the time. He says that to me every time we go into the bees. And I'm like, honey, you are handsome, but you're not brutally handsome. He's a hoot, ain't he? Yes, it is the best. Now, I have to tell you, I'm so excited. You guys remember I showed you these jars that I... Okay, I showed you these jars that my daughter gave me. I've got to figure out how to make the lid not say beech nut on it. I may paint them. But I thought, even though I wanted to try and use some of these for canning, I keep seeing people saying that the canning jars are popping. I mean, the canning lids like these. If I can get this off. Canning lids like these, that the lids are sometimes popping off during the canning. So I thought if I cleaned all that off, because it's sticky underneath there, that little thing that little peeling thing, it's got a residue, so I'm gonna have to clean that off really, really good. Maybe if I paint the top, and I've got a stamp of a bee. Maybe I can stamp that and then color it in. What do you guys think? And put honey in it, and maybe garlic or something like that. Some kind of, maybe just honey or infused garlic for my kids for Christmas. What do you think? You think that'll be a good one? Yeah, he is. He knows he's handsome. He was handsome. He was more handsome when he was younger too. Now he's distinguished. Doing well today. Danielle made gluten-free, nut-free pumpkin pie yesterday, so I'm doing really good. Yes, that sounds delicious. Paint would work. Glue a fabric to the top and twine around the edge, maybe. It would look old-fashioned. Yes, but I'm concerned about, well, my family won't care if it says beech nut on it, I don't think. But I'd like to be able to, maybe, oh yes, that's what I should do, is maybe paint it with that black, blackboard chalk stuff. That's a good one. And then maybe I can do the outside with a different color, pretty. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. But, I got 2 pints of honey out of one single solitary frame. And it was a brood frame. It wasn't a big frame or anything like that. So I'm excited. I know I'm going to get lots of honey. Now I wish we had some way of being able to spin it, because I was really disappointed. Now, not too disappointed, because that I wasn't very happy with that cone, because it was so dark and everything, but it's still great honey. Tastes delicious. Yes, I did too, Linda. I did too. I like covering them with fabric, but I just thought I'd do something that will cover up what it says it is, Ugh. Sorry. And I got the fan pointing up now, not on me, and I'm still sneezing and itching. Of course, I have dust allergies, so anything blowing dust at me is going to get me, right? I think infused garlic. Oh, and if you guys never had infused garlic, it is really good. I ate it for the first time at the HOA year before last, because last year they didn't have it, so it was the year before last. I took a fermenting course there, and and or I sat in with a fermenting lecture, and the lady let us try a whole bunch of different things that were fermented, and I'm telling you, I love the garlic honey, and I've got garlic honey in there that's been for a long, long time, but I didn't know. I think you have to put it in the refrigerator. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that before I do it again, because it's not molded that I see, but I don't know. I've heard so much about putting things into honey that have liquid in them that you're supposed to put them in the refrigerator. Even the video that Teresa did on the sumac, she put it infused it with honey, and I'm got to watch the end of the video because I ran out of time. But I'm excited to see how she, what else she does, or if she does anything else with it. But I could do that too. I could put that in there, even if it's just for myself, you know. I think that would be awesome to just have tinctures and stuff in these. And I have to say, oh, it's over yonder. David bought me some vodka that was 100 proof so that I can make tinctures too. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to put some of that goldenrod in there and see how it does. Kathy, maybe a circle label would be cute on the top to hide the words. Yes, yes, I agree. A whole quart out of one frame. Awesome. I really want to keep these. I'm telling you, AZ, I'm telling you, that's Nick, right? Anyways, I'm telling you, they are so much fun. Now, I did get stung yesterday. I got stung in the hand right there. And I got stung on the arm right here. Now, the hand was my fault. Well, they were both my fault because I was acting stupid. And I don't think I got the stinger out of this one because, yeah, I'm going to have to dig that out. There's still a stinger in there. That's probably why it still hurts. Anyways, and it doesn't hurt that bad. I'm not. I've been stung a horrendous amount of times. I got in the middle of pulling weeds and stuff like that, and my rabbits was going crazy, and I got stung. The rabbits got stung. It was bad. But things like that usually don't happen. We are going to be changing some things. I'm removing the rabbit cages over there, and going to make new rabbit cages. Probably where the old coop was, I'm going to remove that coop and build rabbit cages over there so that they'll always be underneath all the shade and everything. And then I'm going to take the hive from behind the little shed and put it back over here, and I'm going to put I'm going to put that whole ground there full of gravel, and I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get gravel and put it across there and put the hives on top of that because they need sun. Even though it's very hot here in Florida, they need that sun to keep them beetles down. I made honey butter one year. It went over well, and I really enjoyed the garlic in honey. Cool. You'll have to send me your recipe for that honey butter, Linda. Sorry, I haven't watched your video yet, but I'm very happy for you to get the honey. Thank you, Patty. Linda, I bet that was delicious. Yes, I do. I have dust allergies too. Always sneezing and cleaning, sleeping, etc. Yeah. And I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I can't wait to open up the house. In fact, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do it anytime soon, at least not in the next week. But I really want to open up my house and let it air out and everything. And it's going to be so much better with the chickens. I'm sorry, guys. I should have brought me over something to drink. With the chickens put in one spot, I'm going to try and get them to dump a load of mulch here. I'm going to call them later on today and put mulch in the bottom of their cage and continue to build that up. And then I can just take that mulch, once it gets a certain height, I can take that mulch out and put it around different flowers and stuff like that, different bushes. And I'm going to try to mulch the whole yard, because you're in Arizona, I imagine. And if your ground is anything like mine is nothing but sandy, dusty sand. I have to make my soil by composting and stuff. So, and I have, I laid ceramic tile throughout my house. I've still got 2 rooms to do, well, 3 rooms. The kitchen and dining room I haven't done yet because I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to redo the kitchen. And I still have to do my bedroom. I'm so lazy. But it seems like I'm constantly busy doing something. Can you point me to a how-to on garlic hunting when you learn more about it? I will. I will definitely do that. Now, I got to write myself better notes, because I wrote a note the other day and I'm really embarrassed. I've been praying for this person, but I don't know. I can't remember for the life of me. I don't know what I did with my pencil. And I need that. I need something to write with. Let's see if this is right. Yep. I don't like to write with pens, but sometimes I do. I can find a page that's empty. Okay. See. I'll do a video on it, AZ. And I've done it before, and I have some, but I'm not sure I want to use it because of that factor, spoilage factor. I'm not really sure about it. Okay, well that's cool, Linda. Mine's been on the calendar. Jars would be great for personal size tinctures. Yes, I agree. In some tinctures, you don't really use, I mean, you may use it for a specific certain time, and I just think it would be a very, very good idea to make tinctures. Some tinctures you don't need that much. You may need, like Teresa was saying in one of her videos that she was doing that a pint was really too much for them, and it lasts forever, but still If you have something smaller like 4-ounce thingy, I think that would work great. So I'm going to have to tell my daughter, do you have any more jars? Hey, Susan, how are you today? Thanks for coming in, girlfriend. We were going to build rabbit cages, but discovered it was cheaper to buy a couple instead. We just needed something quick to throw. Cool. I was just talking to the mister about fall cleaning. Yeah, I just want to open my house more than anything. Shelley forgot about your rabbits. How are they doing? I think you are a crazy lady too. Many things to do sounds more like it. Yeah. Oh, I said crazy, lazy. Ah, same diff. I'm crazy and lazy. No, I'm not. I'm not really not lazy. Although I've not wanted, since I've been home and I got sick, man, I'm telling you, I just feel like, I mean, I got excited about that corner and I've almost got it done. I think if I had more energy today. In fact, I forgot to do my B12 shot, so I'm going to do that um, whenever I get off here. I'm supposed to do that on Friday. Um, I think I would feel a lot better. I don't know. It's awesome having free fertilizer. The smell is Judy Hops. The smell is Judy Hops, who Bub thought might have been pregnant. I still haven't seen hair pulling for babies, so I guess she's not. Um, Shelly, not all of them pull furs, so you might have to pull it for them. One year I had to do that for one of my does, and she wasn't a very good mother. Susan, I wish. Oh, big rabbit we named Honey Bun. They are most loved. Cool. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but Holland Lily gave me 3 rabbits for my birthday, and they are just as cute as could be. We tried to get them to mate yesterday, but he didn't seem to want to have anything to do with the with my female that I already had, and I just felt like maybe I shouldn't let him mate with his sisters right away. That was a coolest thing that they gave you rabbits for your birthday. I know, they're the sweetest people. They really are. If you guys ever get to meet them at the picnic or everything or anything like that, really get to know them because they are really super cool people. I mean, um, I can't say enough good things about them. They are really super, super sweet people. And Patty, I don't know if we're going to be there at the same time you and Mac are, but I'm hoping so. I love that fertilizer too, and I'm going to tell you what I do with the fertilizer so that it breaks down and uses faster. I put the fertilizer in, yeah, he is a hoot. I put the fertilizer in a bucket, and not only do I add that, but I put my comfrey in there too, and I let it steep, and that gives me extra boost. Sorry, guys. You can tell it's fall. Even though it's hotter outside, you can tell it's fall. I'll be praying for you to get rabbit sooner rather than later, Patty. When are you coming back to Kentucky? In November. David and I have been invited to go hunting at Holland and Lily's and also at my girlfriend in Georgia's. Yes, I put those two together. That way, because Patty, I don't know if you've ever used rabbit manure, but it's kind of gross for me to be digging around in the ground and find pebbles or little pellets. It's just like, I mean, I can pick them up and touch them and everything, but it's still like, so it's not breaking down and doing its job, right? But when you soak them, it disintegrates in Hey, Miss Brenda, how's it going? What are you sorry for? So that's all right. You're here, right, babe? And I was first told, I think, about the thing about the bucket thing, and I may just do this now that I have I've got these bags David bought me. They're really awesome. They're made out of some type of tool or something, and I may stuff some pellets in that, and so that I can take them in and out. I have comfrey on my list of seeds to purchase next. Shelly, you can't get. I mean, I would not buy seeds for comfrey, honey. Um, there's two kinds of comfrey. The ones that have seeds are not a good comfrey to try to grow. Anybody that has comfrey can send you a root, and you can grow it. So I wish I'd have known. I would have gave you a piece off of the one that not Patty, Brenda gave me. Cool. I'm glad to hear that, Patty. You're not screwed. Somebody will give you one. If mine multiplies out, I will send you some in the mail. In fact, I might even try to cut you off some when I send you your koozies. Okay, I'm going to send you a couple things in there because I don't know if it's going to take the whole $10 for the shipping or not. But I don't remember how much the shipping is. So, hello, Big Dreams. How are you doing today? So I started to send Diane a message last night, and it was like almost 12 o'clock, and I said, oh no, I can't do that because I realize sometimes people have their notifications on their phone, and I don't want somebody's phone dinging a notification, excuse me, in the middle of the night. That's all right, Linda. Thanks for coming in, honey. Putting out hay. Woohoo. Oh no. Okay, Big Dream, she wants you to spell your name for her, Shelly. She said she's seen it spelled different ways. Oh, and Linda, I still haven't gotten that cleaning product thing that I won. So I thought I'd let you know that. I was gonna text you about it later, but since you're on here. I bet you that is good stuff. Oh, see, I would have wrote ANNEMARIE. Anne Marie. Hey, Miss Julie. How are you today? So, does anybody have any kind of suggestion about the bee stings? I need to put something on them because look at my elbow. How I don't know if you guys can see how hot it is. It is really hot. I put pain gel on it. It stung me right there, and it's just bad. Oh, and I gotta show you. This is awful. Check this out. Now, this was right after it happened. My grandson got stung by what is that? My grandson got stung by a wasp on his mouth. And now it has gone from this. Looks like he's sticking his tongue out, don't it? But that's his whole lip. It's gone from this to being from it drained from here down and swelled up this whole thing. She didn't send me another one because she didn't take another picture. But is that crazy or what? A wasp did that. Of course, I'm allergic to them. My son is also allergic to them. And now my grandson. So she's going to check in to see if she might need an EpiPen because I used to have to carry EpiPens for them. Oh, girl, it is so good. And I'll tell you something, you can mix, you're going to think I'm crazy. You can mix up, if you have a little bit of chunk apples cooked, you want to you don't want them cooked too much, but put that mango jam, some apples, some raisins, and onions, and trying to remember all the recipe that I put together for that. It makes it a chutney, and you put that over fish. You can just put the mango jam too, but put that chutney over fish. Oh my word, it is to die for. To die for. It's so good. I can't wait to start canning the rest of my stuff. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm freaking out. I don't have the money to do this anymore. I've got to get these 3 cool freezers then down because my electric bill was let me look here just to be sure that I'm giving you the right exact amount. It's crazy. I mean, it has thrown me into it threw me into a hole, man, this month. My electric bill was $315.39. I almost died. When in the wintertime, my electric bill's only like $60, $70. How in the world? It's crazy. And guys, we were gone for like 10 days or more in September. And then, you know, I was sick, so I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't there. I mean, I was watching TV, sitting up, but I wasn't really doing anything. I don't get it. I am just totally freaking out. How in the world do they expect us to live if they keep raising prices and such? It's got to be from that. I don't know what else it could. Unless they didn't read my meter, maybe they don't like the way that I've got my hoop coop and everything. Ugh. I've been putting goldenrod infused oil on my sore back, and in 3 days I'm so much better. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Linda. Now I'm so upset. I wanted to make a tincture with fresh stuff. Now I'm gonna have to make it with dried. But anyways, um, um, I don't know if you were on, Linda. I'm gonna make tinctures and stuff out of my daughter's uh baby food jars. And honey infused stuff and stuff like that. My chair moved. I thought it was the dog all around. I'm telling you, I feel like it threw me into a big hole. I was overdrafted. I was freaking out. Because I thought that it was going to be 200 something, but that was last month. I don't know. I haven't seen a new bill, so I don't know. I was so sick. I don't know. The bill could be anywhere. My mom gets things and she brings it in, and I don't know what the heck she does with it. Yes. Brenda, I had one that was almost $400 because the power pole out here was messed up. I'm gonna have them check that. Yes, I think I will call them and say, hey, listen, I've never had a bill this size. And last month was big too. So what is going on? Can you come check it? Everything's going up. All kinds of things are going up. Gas, oh my gosh. I went out yesterday to David's. I actually drove yesterday for the first time, other than when my mom scared me and I came home, but she was in the car. I drove by myself for the first time since I've been home from Kentucky, and I did good. My leg stopped jerking, so I was all good. Oh, that's cool, Linda. I didn't know that's. I don't remember you. I don't know. Maybe you said it on the video, but I didn't remember you saying you were putting it in a crock pot. Our power bills in California have went up 200%. We are being fed for the fires. Feed for the fires. Go figure. It's crazy. So, Miss Teresa is at her daughter's house, taking the kids back to her. Her daughter is probably going to leave out either tomorrow or maybe tomorrow. I think it is. But if y'all could keep her in your prayers, I'd appreciate it. Her name's Candy. That's crazy, Shelley. Yeah. I used to save, years ago, I used to save the jars and put buttons and things in them and all kinds of stuff, but they took up so much space that I stopped doing that. I started putting them in bigger containers. But I would have all different colors and stuff like that in them. I did all kind of weird things. And also, Linda, I was saying, I don't know if you were on here the other day when I was talking about, this is the same amount of food that I can eat in a sitting. So I thought if I made my yogurt cups in these and put them in the refrigerator, I'd have them already made and I could just pull them out and eat them. I could do all kinds of things for meals for myself with them. So I'm kind of excited. I hope my daughter keeps keeping them for me. See, I have 3 window units and they've been going pretty steadily. I did turn them off a few different times, but not anything for very long because it's hot here. I don't know how yours is so inexpensive. And see, Anne Marie, I have 3 full-size freezers that I have and my refrigerator. So, and of course, I have a computer maybe I should start turning the computers off. This computer is on 24/7. Maybe I should turn it off when I'm not using it. And I have fans going in my house all the time. Excuse me, sorry. Kathy, you with these jars makes me wish I knew of someone with a baby. I want the jars now, too. Yeah, put the word out. Hey, listen, you can put it on, well, you don't really have much to do with Facebook, do you? I was going to say you could even get a friend that has Facebook that lives, or a family member that lives by you, saying, "Hey, anybody with empty baby food jars, I want them." Swap coolers are very expensive to run. Yes, they are. Yep, they are very useful. When I go to sleep, only things plugged in is one lamp, my AC unit, and my fridge. Wow. See, I have things. And you know what? I should go around the house and totally turn things off because I've got things on power surge protectors and stuff like that. So maybe I should unplug the surge protector because y'all don't even realize even the light on the surge protector draws electricity. Anything that's plugged in draws electricity, whether it's on or not. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. And I know this, and I don't know why I'm not taking care of that. I think I'm going to go through the house today and fix that. Got to go play outside before it rains today. Have a blessed day, dear friend. All right, Patty, I love you. Have a good time. I read Facebook, but rarely post or comment. Seriously, I only comment on y'all's post. Well, Shelley, I don't know. You may even be able to. Don't they have like a wanted thing on Facebook or something? I don't remember. Somebody was telling me where you could put in there that you want different things, and somebody may contact you. You never know. But I would never go myself to get them. I would have Flint get them. Yeah, you've told me you're shy, honey. With plastic on the windows, you in the rooms, you're not using much. Keep it cooler. Mm-mm. I don't. Those people talking to me, they are weird. Oh, oh. So I am, Shelly. I hide in the gazebo for most of the meetup. So am I. Anne Marie, I didn't think you were shy either, my dear. I guess it's because we all talk to each other all the time. It's itching off. It stormed here all night and it's still raining. Wow. Wish we would have talked than more than Anne Marie. Hey Joe, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad you came in. Joe, I wanted to tell you something. Remember back whenever you got accidentally blocked for a few minutes or something like that? I did that on somebody else's thingy because I was playing with my phone and trying to do something and screwed it up. So I just wanted to apologize again that happened. I haven't seen you since I learned that I did the same thing. Yeah, you hide behind them. I can understand that. That's cool. Sometimes you need something to break the ice. I, I hope not. Never here. Yes, it will, Brenda. We will get you out of that shyness. You didn't do it. Anyways, so Linda, were you on here when I was talking about the bees and how much honey I got and stuff? Hey, fishing with Mike. Big Mike? How's it going? I'm shy too until I get to know you. Then, like, watch out. I'm not shy anymore. Don't see Christy Betts here. Hope she is fine, but I doubt it. Didn't ya all say her sister recently? Yes, she did, honey. Um, and she's having a rough time with it, I think. As far as I've seen, what she's. So I've definitely got her in my prayers. Doing good, chilling on lunch break. Oh, what you having for lunch? I had a late breakfast, so I'm not making lunch. I've decided that I am going to do something different than I normally do. Instead of having my supper at dinner, in the evening, I'm going to have my big meal in the middle of the day, so that because I'm in great pain whenever I lay down at night, um, from the food not going down into the stomach properly. So I'm thinking if I eat less food before it, even though y'all know it. How do I explain this? Because of the surgery that I had, it's very difficult for me to process food like most people, because there's only a 4 ounce space there. So I've decided to change the way I eat again and see if that helps me, so that I don't have to take Prilosec and stuff like that. I think it's Prilosec. It's to help with your gut. And Pepsid. I have to take those too. I'm the same way, Susan. I'm pretty sure I scare people off now. No, you don't, Linda. Why would you scare anybody? Nothing, just sitting here. I never eat on dinner break. Oh, well, I didn't know about Christy's sister. Yeah, Anne Marie. She passed right after we got back from Kentucky. LOL, you have seen or heard me if I'm tired. I try not to eat after 6 p.m. Yeah, us too. But even at 6 p.m., Linda, it still is very, very painful when I lay down. And I have trouble if I eat and try to um, bend over and pull weeds or anything like that. It can throw me down. It hurts so bad. I mean, it just feels like a fist in my chest. And now all of a sudden I'm getting dizzy when I bend down or squat or whatever. Even squatting, not just bending over, just squatting down and trying to do something. And I have no I was squatted down out there this morning. You guys would laugh your butt off. I got these things in my walkway, these weird weeds, and they're really weird. They're usually hard to pull up, but right now they're really easy to pull up. But you have to pull one of them up at a time. You can't get a whole handful and try to pull them up. You have to pull one piece at a time, and it has a really strong stalk. In fact, I could even pull that and use it as a what do you call it? Switch, if I wanted to. That's how strong the thing is, right? So I'm pulling that, and I mean to tell you, I come right back and boom, right on my butt. I'm like, oh, that's all I need is another broke part. Break my butt falling backwards, right? I have to force myself to not eat much during the day because it makes me so sleepy. I hate naps because they waste so much time during the day. Yeah, me too. I get heartburn if I eat too much and too late. Yeah, I could see that, Julie. That is so sad. I know there are lots of mixed emotions when caregiving. You want them to not be in pain, struggling, but you still want them here with you. Yeah, that was the hardest thing for me, Anne Marie, when my daughter Linda passed away. She was so doggone healthy. Um, Even though she was disabled and she had her moments of bad health, she was so doggone healthy when she died that it just literally threw me. I guess if I had seen her being sick and just miserable, it would have been maybe easier. I don't know. I don't think it's ever easy to lose somebody. Um, but she was in pain in her back. She had major back surgery several times, and two of the rods were pushing together and pushing on a muscle and a nerve, and was causing her a great deal of pain. So they went in and removed that. Well, somehow she was prescribed medication that she should not have had, which is morphine, and they were giving her Lortabs at the same time. Now, my daughter wasn't even 100 pounds soaking wet. She was very, 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 very sick to her stomach from the morphine, I believe it was, because she's allergic to it. And my David told them, told the nurse that she could not have these medications together, number one, and one of them she was allergic to. And the nurse told him to mind his own business, that she knew what she was doing, and she was doing what was prescribed for her. Okay? Then we got a call in the middle of the night that she had aspirated, because my Linda could not pick her head up off the pillow to throw up. She aspirated, and they had to bring her back, and she lived another 14 days. So, very, very disturbing. And even though I watched her for those 14 days, it was still disturbing. It was still hard for me to give up. So I know exactly, well, I don't know exactly how Christy feels, because it was her sister, but she also helped raise her sister. She also helped care for her sister for many, many years. So I wholeheartedly feel pain for her, just like I felt for my Linda. I don't know how. Sure, drinking plenty of water, that's a sign of dehydration, Kathy. Yes, I am. I do drink lots of water, Susan, because with this stupid surgery, I can't ever get enough water in me. And if I drank Gatorade, then it's not on the diet, which causes problems too. You know what I'm saying? Too much sugar, right? I just really screwed up by doing this surgery. I just believe that wholeheartedly. If I had it to do again, I would not do it. Shelly, I am the same. I don't eat a heavy breakfast, or I would get nothing done all day. There are certain foods that give me that want to go to sleep thing too. I cared for my mother as her mind went away, and then her body. God gave me the strength to endure both physically and mentally. It's not an easy thing. I'm always the caregiver in our family. Um, I took care of my uncle, which was my aunt's husband, my Uncle Jerry, and it was pretty hard. He had a lot of issues. He had sugar problems, and Um, his what do you call it? I don't know if it was potassium. I think it was potassium level went down so far that he called the police on my aunt and said that she was holding him hostage. Now, mind you, my uncle is like, I think he was 6'6" or something, 6'8", somewhere in there. He was almost 7 foot tall. And well, he was skinny there at the end, but he wasn't too skinny. I'm sorry, I got to take this. Hold on a second. Hello? It is. Yes, ma'am. Now, I wanted to ask you about that. Is that the same office that she's been in Vera? Because it keeps telling me she's in a new office. All right, honey. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. All right. Bye-bye, honey. I'm sorry. That was my doctor's office. I recognized the number. So anyways, he called the police on her. And they were surrounding the house. The whole SWAT team was there. And it's luckily my cousin who passed away many years before, his best friend was on the force. And he called my aunt. He called the house, and my aunt answered the phone, and he's like, "Hey, Joanne, what's going on?" She said, "Not much, just sitting around watching TV." And he said, "Can you come out front for a minute?" And she said, "Sure." So she walks on out front like nothing's going on, and she sees all these cops. What on earth is going on? So he proceeds to tell her what's happened. And they go in and talk to Jerry. And then by then, he don't remember anything about it. Oh, that was a little strange. So they took him to the psych ward to see if there was something wrong, something had happened to him. So this is how you have to really protect your people. When they took him to the psych ward, now mind you, he's got diabetes and his feet swells and stuff like that. They decided to put on those lovely little socks that keep you from sliding. And it cut the circulation off in his feet, so he got gangrene set in his feet. My aunt would have had a lawsuit there if she'd have pursued it, because that was pretty bad. So anyways, we had to doctor him for many, many more months and fix his feet and all this kind of stuff. And sad scenario. I've taken care of, and then when she got Alzheimer's and had so much problems, I started taking care of her. It was just crazy. I've taken care of my grandmother who had cancer, and my father's father. He had leukemia. I've taken care of a lot of family members. Caregiving is not easy at all, no matter how close or how far they are from you. It's never easy. I watched my mom decline for 3 years, but the last 7 months were really bad physically for her. I know exactly what you're talking about, Anne Marie. And my mom's, I don't know. Some of you guys may not know this, but my mom's got early on Alzheimer's, and it's getting really bad, really fast. So I don't know how that's going to how that's going to roll. My mother was my only friend until God sent me Flint to me. Aw. No, I was in the chat yet. How much honey? Oh, I got 2 pints. But I'm so excited. Remember, I don't know if you were on there or not. Remember these little jar thingies? I'm thinking of putting honey in those and infusing them with like different things. I know I'm going to infuse them with that sumac that Teresa just did the video on. And also maybe garlic, and maybe I'm going to keep them. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to give them away as Christmas presents, but I'm going to do something with the tops. I'm going to take the labels off and do something with the tops so that you don't see that they're beech nut jars or whatever. But I think they're so cute, these jars. Oh yeah, breakfast is so good. And my favorite one is cream of wheat with milk, sweetened with honey. But immediately as I finish, I get so drowsy. So I quickly splash cold water on my face. Oh, that doesn't help me. Cold water, whenever I'm falling like that, it doesn't help me. You're right, Billy needs to go outside. All right, Anne-Marie, thank you. I do need y'all's prayer requests. This is my friend. I gave her this. This is Malabar spinach. Malabar spinach. And she just called, wanted to know what it is. Texted me. I love sharing plants and seeds and all kinds of neat stuff. My mom's dementia started in August and she was gone by May. For her, it went quickly. It was the most difficult time of my life, but I had Jesus on my side. That's right, girlfriend. That's all that matters. Jesus will help you through. So y'all pray that I have a negative um, test today. I don't want to, because I won't get the. Uh, yeah, I'll call you in a minute. I'm on live stream. What was I saying? I won't get the stress test or the um, echocardiogram if I don't test negative. If I test positive, well, I'm not going anywhere anyway. So, but I need to do that. Just want to make sure, Yeah, you ever just kind of like need to make sure that you're well. Well, that's why I feel right now. Anyways. So no other prayers. I don't think Roy's still on here, but I agree, Shelley. I how do I say this? I don't want to offend anybody, but I think it's our choice to choose to do something or not. And I don't think anybody that, even if I owned a company, a big company, I would not put up with them trying to make me force my people to do something that they choose not to do. So I'm having a really rough time with this whole shenanigan. Yes. Yeah, Christy's on the top of my list, honey. And Teresa's right there with her because she's traveling today. So. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the time that I've had with my friends. Let us continue to talk and have fun for a little while longer, Lord. And I want to lift up Linda. She's been having some back problems. Thank you that the goldenrod is helping her. And I pray, Lord, that it continues to help her back. Please heal her back so that she doesn't have any more pain, Lord. And I pray, Lord, for the people that are having to choose their beliefs or choose a job. It's really sad, Lord, that our companies are forced to make people, even the companies that don't want these mandates. I pray, Lord, that you get this all straightened out so that they cannot do that. They're not allowed to do that. I just don't understand how somebody can be forced to take something that they choose not to, Lord. I know this is a hot topic, and I know that I may get dinged by this, but I pray, Lord, that you keep me out of that nastiness. And I just thank you, Lord, that we're supposed to be living in a free country. So I pray, Lord, that you make them understand that them having to do this is not a free country. That's not their abilities. I know that people can take their childhood things and be told that they have to take them and blah blah blah, and they make parents think that that's something that has to be done, but it isn't even something that has to be done. There are ways to to pass over them things. I don't understand why the government thinks that they know what's right for everyone. It's just not fair. And Lord, I know you never told us life was going to be fair, but doggone it, this should be eliminated from fear, from our people losing their jobs. And I'm so proud that people walked off their jobs for the flights and stuff because, hey, it makes them wake up in Washington and say, hey, we ain't gonna put up with this. So I pray, Lord, that people still have the rights to choose what they need to do in their life. Lord, I want to lift up Christy. Please, Lord, give her peace and mind and continue to bless her, Lord. Lord, I want to lift up Teresa and her traveling. Her and Supreme are traveling today, and give them a good time together and special bonding, Lord. And you know the great things that's happening into Teresa and Supreme's life. So I pray, Lord, that you continue to bless that situation and Let it come to fruition very quickly, Lord. And thank you, Lord, for all the things that you do for me. The fact that I'm up and about and moving around and doing good and not having to worry about anything right offhand. Lord, help them find me a doctor closer to me instead of having to drive to Orlando, Lord. Let me fix this and figure out what to do about it. Lord, I lift up Tommy and his little sting. Let that go away today and let all that swelling go away so that he's not in pain. I know it's aggravating, and I'm sure that in school they're laughing or cutting up, and I know he wants to go to baseball tonight, so let it have gone down so he feels better and it can go. Thank you, Lord, for all that you do for me. Thank you for listening to my prayers and answering them all the time, Lord. You're so good to me, and I just appreciate all that you do. In your name, Jesus, amen. Let's see, what have I missed here? I'm going to take all of us to stand up for what is right. Yes, it is. It is going to take all of us. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. You know, we have a president in there, and y'all know I don't like to talk politics, and I don't like to do whatever. But we had a president in there that was actually doing good for our country. And now we got one in there that is just turned everything to crap. I'm just like, oh, how are we ever going to recoup from this? God, I hope we get the next election. Lord, open our eyes to see the truth. Guide us with guide us as the wheat is separated from the shaft. Strengthen our faith as we hold on to our hope in the world that despises your truth. Yep. Amen. Thank you, Shelley. So, I was supposed to have my grandkids this last weekend, but she decided, because she's pregnant and because I was sick with E. coli and all that crap, that she decided that she better wait another week or two before I get to see them. So I'm kind of depressed about that. We are living in scary times, but God has us all in his hands. Just hold on to God and he will get us through this. Yes, he will. And you know, the Lord talks about this in the Bible constantly. I mean, he really does. He really, really, really talks about it in so many different ways, and not necessarily right down to exactly word for word what's going on right now, but pretty much, and he warns us all the time of the things that are to come. So I don't know. We had I think his name's Mike. We had a preacher that came in to preach at our church this week, and he gave a fantastic sermon, and you know, he wasn't preaching on the things of going outside. He was preaching on us and how we as Christians look at things and feed ourselves with our Bible and stuff. that is the only way that we can get through anything. Still to come is the one who claims that he is Christ. That's true. That's true. But I think there are a lot of I don't know how to say this without getting in trouble. I think there's a lot of satanic worshipers that come for the Antichrist too. So I think that, I mean, we all look, even back in the day when there were whenever polio was going around and stuff like that, I'm sure that people were thinking Christ was going to come back then. I read an article that my girlfriend found in the house that she bought in Kentucky. And it was from a Kentucky newspaper, and it was talking about the polio and all that, how many what do you call them? How many people how many kids had gotten it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, I wonder what was in the minds of them at that time. And then again, I've often sometimes thought when they had the bird flu out over in Asia, what in the world were those people thinking then? What are you going to do for the rest of the day, Kathy? Well, I am going to go over and have that nose test done and make sure that comes back before I go for my echo and stress test. I don't even like to do the stress test because that's nuclear medicine they're putting in you, and they do that every time. I mean, I don't even know how I'm walking because every time I turn around, I have to do a CAT scan with contrast. That's nuclear medicine, and I'm like, holy moly, they're trying to kill me with this nuke stuff. And the next time I go to the doctor, and I wish I'd have thought about this before I did the doctor last time. Hey Nick, I wish I had talked to him because I really don't want to do the contrast anymore. I don't think it's bad enough I'm having to do all this radiation. You're not supposed to get CAT scans and MRIs and all that stuff ever so many years. And I'm getting them every 6 months now. It was every 3 months. And I'm like, holy moly, what are they doing to my body? And they'll probably, because I'm so dizzy and everything, they'll probably want to do a brain scan again. My mom got a double mastectomy last year, then chemo, then radiation. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, and that was, that was crazy. Going through chemo and radiation made me so sick. I can't imagine what these folks that are going through that now and then having to worry about this nastiness going around. She's doing great now. Cool. If you do the research, polio was like what we have now. The numbers don't add up to what the media claim. They push the fear, but the actual numbers of people affected was tiny. Yeah. I know 2 people that had polio. and probably more, but I know personally two people that had it. One, I had a boyfriend who owned a business, and his main employee had it and had a really rough time walking. But he was a grown man, and I think he was in his late 50s when he was working for Danny, and sweetest guy, but he had major trouble walking all his life. Now, I had a great aunt who had polio, and she was paralyzed totally on one side. And I want you to know she had 8 children, and didn't stop her one bit. And she would, when she walked and when she did stuff, she had more problem with her arm than she did her leg. And I can't remember if it was her right arm or left arm, but she would throw her body and swing her leg and her arm at the same time. How in the world she ever did that and kept up with kids, I don't know. They must have known they was going to get a beating if they messed with her, right? Back in the day when you could actually spank your kids and make them mind. Because I can't imagine 8 kids and being paralyzed on one side. I mean, and she cooked and cleaned. She didn't have anyone to help her. So, hey, I come from good stock. That was my grandmother's sister on my mom's side. So, yeah. I don't know. And in fact, me and my grandmother and my mom looked more like her than any of the other siblings. Her name was Aunt Georgie. She was a cool lady. I really loved her. I'm sorry, oh, wait a minute. My cousin had polio and was in a wheelchair ever after. He had trouble with talking too. Oh. Now, see, neither one of these people had any trouble talking. Maybe it affected more up his body. I'm sorry, I am a nerd and like to look up and learn about everything. I didn't mean to start a polio conversation. Oh, that's all right. I'm the one that started by talking about the article that she put on post in Facebook. I read that article. I blowed it up and read it. And I was like, sounds like they're talking about what's going on today too. We talk about everything. Yes, we do. That's what makes our community so awesome, because we can talk about anything. That's how we learn. Yep. You're just fine, dear. I know way too much about things most people don't care about. I'm okay with being weird. Shelly, I want you to know that my daughter Ashley, that gave me these, she says to me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. And I said, you know what, Ashley? You haven't even got a clue. You don't even have one inkling of what is going on in life. You haven't lived as long as I have. You haven't seen what I have. And I just did my girlfriend's hair. She's 95. She just turned 95 the other day. It's today. She turned 95 on the 7th, I think. I think it was the 7th. Anyways, and she has lived through some weird stuff now. We talk about old times, and she literally, I came in and she's reading this book about the county that she lived in. Now, I didn't even know they made such things. And she's looking at pictures and she said, I know these people and I know these people. And all these people are bad news. It was so crazy. But anyways, super, super cool lady. And I love to hear the stories and I love to learn things from not just media and stuff like that. I love learning things from older people who have been through that. Voice your concerns, make them address them, Kathy. Voice your concerns, make them address them, Kathy. Yep. Yes, I never knew that they had those history books, but it's so cool. And I'm a member of a Facebook group with the city that I grew up in. Oh my goodness gracious, the things that people say in there. Some things are good, but I was always really interested in the way that they did things back in the day. When before I guess before I was born. I don't know if it was right when I was born or before I was born. You could not get from the mainland here, Cocoa, over to Cocoa Beach or Merritt Island because there was no bridges there. You had to go on a boat and drive your car across like that. So it's really weird. And there was a lady that came to our talk to our class in home ec, and she told us all about how it was when she was growing up on Merritt Island and how they didn't have a grocery store or anything on Merritt Island at that time, and how much it had grown and stuff like that. And I thought, oh geez, that's crazy. That is crazy weird. And then now that I've grown up, I've seen things go from being like a small town to now it's a big, huge town, and almost like jumping into part of Orlando now. It's crazy. A friend who grew up in Ohio contacted polio when she was 4 or 5 years old. She had a sickly childhood, but she made it to 18, kicked out by her folks, married 3 times, got her MBA, and learned to invest. Wow, that is awesome. My ancestors turned up in this country's history book. Not sure that's a good thing. Okay. I just love history. I love learning about ancient history. I like learning about it, but it's so hard for me to read. Y'all know Linda taught me to read, right? Most of y'all who know me on here, I'm very upfront about. Y'all see me read, and sometimes I screw it all up. But I'm getting better now that I'm reading even more. But she had to teach me when she went to school phonics, because they didn't teach me phonics in school. They taught me to sight read, and sight reading you can't look at a word and know what it is without being able to pronounce it out. So anybody who's teaching anybody's kids needs to make sure they use phonics. Find myself fascinated by the archaeological finds in Israel because everything is so deep that it doesn't disturb the city above. That is amazing. She passed at 57 in January of 15, probably due to heartbroken as her third husband had grown sullen and distanced himself from her. If you have the time, check out her channel, Cute Cat Faith. I will. And I will definitely check that out. Sometimes I can't read my own writing, so I hope I can read this later. I'm sorry for using the big words, Kathy. That's okay. I am a bit too young for polio breakout, but in CA, I knew many who had it as a child and lived through it. They did have issues from it, though. Really sad. Lisa B. Fowler, may she rest in peace. Yep. So a lot of things, how do I say this? One of the things that my doctor and I got into the fight about the other day was because he believes that I don't believe in doctors. That's not true. I believe God put doctors on this earth for us to help us. But I also believe that there are natural, better ways to treat our body without putting a lot of synthetic, nuclear stuff that hurts us. And that's why I'm trying to learn so much. I showed you guys, I don't know if it was you guys, I showed this, I think, on Wednesday night. This is a book that I got that I have been studying on the complete guide to natural healing. So I'm trying to learn all I can about that kind of stuff. And man, oh man, there's just so much. And to be honest with you, I am concerned that one of the reasons why I can't retain a lot of knowledge is because of when I had my heart attack, I was without oxygen for a little while till they brought me back, and I believe that caused some type of brain damage. But anyways, I'm trying to learn how to help myself without chemicals. I'll go check them out too. I like watching anyone who shows how they overcome adversity and success. Yeah, it looks like, look, buddy, these gold earrings found her near this manager. Could have been in Virgin Mary's. Manger. I believe in doctors for diagnosis. I no longer believe in Western medicine or medications because they are all driven by pharmaceutical companies' profit. True. That is very true. I respect the others that may trust doctors. I choose to avoid them because most only care about a big paycheck. Yep. Kathy, look that book up on Amazon. You won't believe the prices people want for it. Okay, I will do that. I won't say a word about Catholics. Just look up the meaning of that word. Anyways, doctors are great for mending broken bones or resuscitation. I don't know what that is. I go in and ask for a blood test diagnosis. Then I go home and research and heal myself with food. Yeah, see, they're wanting to send me. I had the E. coli thing. They're wanting to send me to a um, infectious disease doctor. What the heck? I'm like, what the heck? All the way over in Orlando. I'm not going over to Orlando. They can kiss my hootie. I avoid doctors like the plague. I try to, but I do need doctors, Um, and the one I'm going to see in the morning ain't gonna like what I got to tell her, because I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it at all. Anyways, so well, guys, I've been on here a long time, ain't I? More money for them. I wish I had more money. I mean, I'm telling you, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to put me in the poorhouse. Well, they can't take my house, I don't think. And they sure as heck don't want the payments on my truck. So I don't know. They can't bleed me out. They can't get blood out of turnip, right? Yes, you can, Jen. Please do. My 19-year-old son was hit by a semi and walked away. Wow. Was this recently? Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Lisa was a big success, but what probably helped her depress her, she got pregnant with her third hubby, and instead of being happy for both, he told her get rid of it. Yeah, I'm super glad David never told me anything like that. I don't trust anyone who's in it for the money. Yep. Praise the Lord, Jen. I'd rather spend money on alcohol to make tinctures than give to the rich man who would tell me the same thing Google can. Yep. He had to get 3 stitches on inside of his hip and 3 outside last Monday. Wow. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. What a blessing. I know he didn't want the stitches, but praise God, that's all that's wrong with him. Okay, I need to get busy while it's still nice out. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you, Anne Marie, for coming in, honey. I have to keep telling people so I remember to keep praising and thanking God over and over again. That is so awesome. There is miracles happening every single day around us, and nobody thinks to thank the Lord for those miracles. Yeah, I need to get out there and get that test done and then come back and work in my yard. So I should be getting off here too. So I've been on here for quite a while. So thanks guys for coming in, and you guys have a fantastic day. I pray that you all have a great rest of your day and that you get lots accomplished, and that those of you that have pain don't have any pain no more. I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you Wednesday evening. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be walking today. That's right, Brenda. That is right. Thank you, Shelley. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye now.